Hello, welcome to Forge at Ferrum. I'm Coach Bagetta, and today joining us is the 2020 alumni class. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having
First time we got a chance to see all you guys in the 2020 class. We have Evan Hanken, defenseman, who's a criminal justice major. Cam Steeley, midfielder, criminal justice major as well. Tom Forkin, attackman, business major. And lastly, as a health and human performance major, he wore multiple hats for us as an assistant coach this past year and played for us for 4 years, Coach Zach Bell. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, guys, obviously graduation wasn't too long ago, and you guys are taking your next step in your career and writing the next chapter. So I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about what you guys are doing next and what's in the works. Evan, what are you doing these days?
So right now I'm in the application process of joining the police force for Charlotte in North Carolina. I just passed my physical exam 2 weeks ago, so now I'm on to the interview and polygraph stage.
Awesome. How about you, Cam? What are you doing these days?
I am also in the application process for the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. And I just passed my physical exam and had my first interview, and I actually have my polygraph exam test on Monday.
Cool. Congratulations as well. Tom, what are you up to these days?
Well, actually, I'm at work right now. I'm the marketing specialist and operations manager for the company Tailgating Sports. So nothing too crazy. And I'm also in the application process for the Newport News Fire Department.
Oh, that's great. Coach Bell, what are you up to these days?
I'm currently in the application process for a company called Athletic Performance Incorporated to work as a strength conditioning coach.
Oh, it's great. So you're all kind of falling through the fields of what you studied. That's fantastic. So Cam, let me ask you this question. How do you feel that the criminal justice program kind of prepared you for at least the interview process and what you've been going through with Charlotte so far?
Well, definitely a lot of the classes I took at Ferrum kind of taught me a lot about our system and the ins and outs of the system, and it also helped play a role in the interview process because a lot of the questions they asked were based off of like what knowledge I had going into it and what my experiences were and my classes that I took in college, so it all kind of tied in together going forward.
That's great. So you felt like the program has really prepared you for all the things that you're doing right now at this point as you're going through the process, right? Sounds like.
Oh, for sure. Yes, of course.
Gotcha. Ev, how about you? How do you feel like lacrosse kind of prepared you for the physical component and some of the things getting ready to get ready for the police academy?
So the physical tests that we did, the workouts that we all did throughout the fall and continuing into the spring, that compared to the workouts that I did for the police department, the lacrosse ones was 100 times harder than what I'd done so far. So, and I know into the academy we have to run 2 miles, and I mean during those early morning practices we ran far over 2 miles. So I think it prepares me.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they're going to like the fact that they heard that it wasn't as hard for the physical training for you guys at the police academy as it was here for college lacrosse, but that's fantastic that you felt like you were prepared. Coach Bell, obviously you've been very fortunate. You kind of helped design some of those programs for what Evan's talking about. How do you feel like that the developing of those programs has helped kind of line you up for this position with the Performance Center?
Especially during the year with coaching, I feel like I'm more than capable of being an athletic trainer now, or not a trainer, like a conditioning coach. I mean, if you have to keep 35 guys straight, you can keep a couple of them pretty easily.
Gotcha. How about you, Tom? How did the business program get you ready for your marketing position at Tailgate Sports?
It definitely, like a lot of the classes, like human resources, intros to management, macro and micro, definitely helped me out because there's a lot of stuff, like little things that you have to pay attention to in those classes that will prepare you to, like, basically run a business. And that's what Ferrum did for me from those classes. So.
That's great. So Cam, I'm going to ask you this. What was your favorite lacrosse memory over your 4 years here at Ferrum?
I would probably have to say the trip to Alabama, because not only get to tour Alabama's football stadium and, you know, their facilities and everything like that, I felt like it also was a good experience for a good bonding experience to be on the road with everybody, enjoy those things with the brothers that you play with and go through everything with. So it was kind of like a special thing that we got to do.
How about you, Tom? What would you say is your favorite experience coming in Ferrum?
So definitely, hands down, my favorite experience. I was actually telling somebody the other day, the overtime win we had against William Peace. Even though, like, you know, I wasn't the one to assist or score it, I was on the field. I was right behind Austin Nowlin when Cam passed him the ball, and when Austin just tapped it in, it was just one of the most exciting moments that I probably ever lived through. So that was probably one of my favorite moments from lacrosse.
That's funny that you say that. I would have thought that Cam would have enjoyed that, just since he was the man who assisted.
Yeah.
So that's funny. Evan, what would you say would be the biggest advice you can give to any incoming freshman or current man on the roster here at Ferrum?
What I would say was start your workouts early. Don't be one of those people that go through the summer and not do a single thing, because it's just gonna bite you in the butt when it comes in the fall.
Okay, that sounds about right. I think that hopefully you can continue to pass that along to the young guys that you keep in contact with. Coach Bell, you've seen it on both sides as a player and as a coach. What do you feel like really helped you prepare? What was your biggest learning experience, either as moving forward in your professional career?
What do you mean by that, Coach?
What do I mean by that? I mean, basically, you've had an opportunity to learn as a player here and under me, and as a coach, you've worked with me. What do you feel like the biggest lesson has been, either or, to prepare you for your professional career?
Proper preparation prevents poor performance is one that comes to mind immediately. Absolutely. If you're prepared for it, I mean, hey, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Prepare for everything.
So, I mean, obviously, you talk about the preparation component, and you know, Evan, we go back to you a little bit, talking a little bit how you felt prepared for the police academy physical test. All right, so that's a big thing. It makes a lot of sense what Coach Bell's talking about. Cam, what do you feel like the biggest lesson has been since you've been here at Ferrum?
Definitely, you know, no matter how hard things get, no matter how much it, you know, sucks, don't give up, because you're going through it with everybody on the team. Everybody's going through the same stuff you are, and the benefits and the rewards that come from it are far greater than the struggle that you go through to accomplish in a sense.
All right. Yeah, you guys, you kind of hit a nail on the head. You guys have gone through a lot of adversity. Your senior class has, you know, from things and ups and downs early on in your career to this senior year, and then ending with COVID, having your season cut short. So, you know, I feel like some of that stuff has probably prepared you for your future endeavors. You know, guys, I really appreciate all the stuff that you guys have done over the past 4 years, 5 years for some of you, and really the impact that you've made on the Ferrum Lacrosse program. And I hope that we've made the impact on you guys as well, that will be moving forward daily in your professional, personal career, and professional and personal career. So thank you very much for all that you've done here at Ferrum. Thanks for joining us today. And congratulations on the 2020 graduation. I think that's exciting for all of you. Coach Bell, you know, you got it done finally. So, but no, I think that, you know, you've all had some sort of impact on this program, and thank you very much. Appreciate what you've done. All right. Thanks for coming on today, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the fall. All right.
Thank you.
Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Until next time, join us on Forged at Ferrum. I'm Coach Bagetta. See you next Friday.